Hello, welcome to Polly. We are recording another session here in Aktur in Turkey. It's a relatively quiet space, so we are making the most of it. This is again a Hatha Yoga session, and it's mainly for the upper body to release shoulders, neck, and the spine. In the upper body, there's a lot of tension we are holding in that area, in the shoulders particularly, especially for test workers or doing repetitive movements with our arms and hands. It's again a shorter session for the time poor of you, or if you haven't got much time in the day. So I aim for about 20 to 30 minutes. We are starting seated. If you find seating on the mat challenging, you can always have something underneath your seat. The knees releasing down, so the hips are always higher than the knees if you're sitting properly in yogic sitting, or you can sit kneeling. So whatever resonates best with you, with something underneath or without. Let's just take a short moment to arrive on our mats. So find your seat comfortably, hips higher than the knees, the spine nice and long, erect, neck aligned with the spine, the eyes are closed. The face is soft and released, forehead released, jaw released. Give your shoulders a little roll upwards and backwards so your chest is nice and open. The hands naturally resting on your legs. If you like, you can have 3 changing breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the open mouth. And tuning in with your yogic nasal breath. Inhaling, exhaling deeply and slowly through the nose. Creating an awareness for the body and mind. Observing how your body feels today, what emotions, what energy levels, how busy your mind is. No judgment of any of your observations. Just try to become present for body and for the breath. Being aware of your body and breath will automatically stop all the outside noise. So just bring yourself back to that each time you get distracted. Let's start with gentle neck rolls towards the right, back, left and front. Slowly and gently circling the neck. And switch in the opposite direction towards left, back, right in front. Coming back to center, releasing your arms by your side, nice big shoulder rolls backwards. You're aiming for the biggest circle you can make with your shoulder joints. Movement is slow and conscious. And forwards. And coming back to center, placing your hands onto your legs. On the exhalation, we are tucking the chin in towards our chest and rounding the spine. On the inhalation, We're bringing chest forwards, neck and tailbone backwards. So it's a seated cat and cow. We're removing the spine, forth and back. Exhaling, tucking chin and rounding spine. Inhaling, chest forwards, neck and seat backwards. So just flowing with your own breath. Your hands can move along your legs to support your extensions, forth and back. And coming back to center, giving your hip a short circle, so a nice big circle with the upper body, one direction and in the opposite direction. Back to center, bringing the right arm up, out from your shoulder, being mindful that shoulder stays aligned. So when you bring the arm forwards, be mindful that the shoulder doesn't follow, shoulder stays back, thumb pointing up. And from here, we're bringing that right arm in front of our body. Try not to bend the elbow, try to keep the arm nice and long. And then we bring the left arm in, either on the upper arm, bringing in a gentle pull of that right arm towards the upper body. And when you pull, you be mindful you don't twist towards the left to keep the body facing forwards. So it is an extension for the right outer shoulder. So you can start on the upper arm, bringing that pull in. We don't want to pull onto the elbow ever. We don't try not to pull on joints, but you can pull in the lower arm as well. So just see where it feels best for you, where you get the best stretch. If you bring the left arm into the upper arm or into the lower arm, you can close your eyes and just notice how that feels in your right shoulder. Upper body facing forwards. Breath deep. Releasing right arm, giving your shoulder a little roll, a little release. And switching up and over. Left arm coming straight out from left shoulder, mindful that the left shoulder stays back, thumb pointing upwards. We're bringing the left arm in front of the upper body, trying to keep the elbow nice and straight, or the arm nice and straight without bending the elbow. Bringing the right arm in on the upper arm or on the lower arm, and applying a little bit of pressure into the arm, not forcefully, just so you experience a good stretch in the outer left shoulder. Breath is deep, upper body facing forwards, spine is long and strong, erect. Releasing left arm, giving your left shoulder and arm a little roll or release in whatever way that feels right. From here, we're bringing the right arm up towards the ceiling, so the fingertips point right up towards the ceiling. And from there, we drop the right hand to our spine. So from the sky, we drop our hand towards our spine onto the back. Our left hand can come into the right elbow, pulling that elbow in towards the head. When I say pull or push, I always mean gentle, mindful, pulling or pushing to just apply a little bit of tension to our tissues without being forceful. It's really important. So it's just a gentle support in the pose. The spine is long and strong. And we are aiming to walk our fingertips of the right hand downwards onto the spine. Breath deep. If you can't hold or come reach your right elbow, don't worry about it. Just try your best to walk that right hand down to the spine. Exhaling, releasing. Again, giving your shoulders, arms a release. Rolling your shoulders, shaking your arms and hands, whatever feels right for you. And we're going to switch sides. Left arm reaching up towards the sky, fingertips up towards the sky, the ceiling, and then dropping the left hand to your spine. Right hand coming to left elbow if you can reach it. If you don't worry about it. You can apply a bit of pressure on the upper left arm to help you walk your fingertips down your spine. Spine is long and strong, so we're not leaning forwards here. Neck is aligned with the spine. Exhaling, releasing, arms, giving your shoulders a little roll. From here we are grabbing a yoga strap or a towel. So I have got my yoga mat strap here. There are also proper yoga straps, or you can have a shawl or a towel. You may not need it. I usually need it at some stage in my practice. So what we are doing is placing the strap up and over our right shoulder. So the strap hangs with equal length over the right shoulder, equal length front and back. We're bringing the right hand on the front strap, right hand front strap. Left hand is coming up and around your back and grabbing the strap from the back. Right hand front, left hand around from the back. From here we are walking our right hand down on the strap and the left hand up on the strap. I'm just going to turn around so you can see that on the video. So the right elbow is aiming up towards the sky, left elbow is aiming down towards the mat. You may be flexible enough to reach hand to hand. I can't. I haven't got the flexibility in my shoulder to do that, but if you do, totally grab your hands, you might need the strap. Just breathing here, keeping the right elbow up towards the ceiling, left elbow aiming down towards the floor, and trying to walk those fingers together, breathing deep, spine long and strong. And exhaling, releasing hands from the strap, giving your arms, shoulders a release, a little roll, whatever feels good. And we're moving the strap up and over to our left shoulder. So strap hanging over left shoulder, equal length front and back. Left hand grabbing the strap from the front, right arm coming up and around, grabbing the strap from the back, walking the fingertips together on the strap. Left elbow reaching up towards the sky, right elbow aiming down towards the mat, and walking those fingers together on the strap. Breath is deep, spine long and strong. bring your strip to the side. Let's place our hands on our shoulders. Right hand on right shoulder, left hand on left shoulder, and let's just do circles front and back, so just intuitively moving your body, trying to find the biggest circle, adjusting direction. And coming back to center. We're coming onto all fours next, so placing your hands underneath shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Knees are hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart. From here, we're bringing the right hand up and under the left arm. So we're going to do thread the needle pose, which is a inner shoulder extension. We're starting with the right shoulder. So right hand up and under the left arm. Placing the right arm and shoulder onto the mat. Placing your right cheek onto the mat, looking out towards the left. The right arm is nice and grounded in the mat and the floor. The left arm can either support you there with the lower arm and the hand on the mat, or you can place it up and around your lower back and grabbing your right thigh around if you can, if it's accessible. Breath is deep. This is an extension of the right shoulder. On the next exhalation, if you have your arm up and around your lower back, releasing that back to the mat, pushing with the left hand into the mat and bringing the right arm back up. On all fours, readjust yourself on all fours, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Left arm up and under the right arm, placing the left arm and shoulder onto the mat, gazing out towards the right side. The right arm can support you on the mat, or it can wrap up and around the lower back. And if you can, grabbing your left thigh up and around. Breath deep and slow. Extension of the left shoulder. On the next exhalation, releasing the right arm back to the mat if you had it wrapped up and around your lower back, pushing into the right hand and coming back to center onto all fours. From here, we're going to move onto our bellies, and we are going to stretch the shoulder in the opposite direction. So the right arm is coming right out from the right shoulder. The right shoulder and the right arm need to be connected to the mat, and we are gazing out towards the left. So right arm is out right from the right shoulder, palm facing down into the mat. We are gazing out towards the left with the left hand pushing into the mat in front of our chest. From here we are rolling onto our right side body into that right shoulder, elevating the left side of our body. You can bring your left foot in front of the body, making sure the right shoulder is connected into the mat. So we are stretching the shoulder in the front of the shoulder and compressing it in the back. The left hand is still supporting in front of the body. If you feel comfortable here, you can bring that left leg that's supporting you with the left foot in front of the body. You can bring that up and over the right leg. It brings in more intensity. If it's too much, bring the left leg back forwards again. Left leg can either be in front of the right leg or in the back of the right. If you feel comfortable, you can also release that left hand and hang up and around your lower back. So stretch of the right shoulder. Be mindful not to overdo that. It's not something we do very often in our daily life, so it can be quite an intense stretch. The right shoulder is never lifting off the mat, really important. Exhaling, releasing gently, slowly back onto your bellies. And we are going to switch sides. So this time the left arm is coming straight out from the left shoulder, palm facing down, nice and connected and grounded in the mat. Gazing out towards your right side, right hand supporting you in front of your right chest, and we are rolling onto our left side body, elevating the right side body. Bring your right foot in front of your body, right hand supporting in front of the body, and feel how this extension feels on this side. If you can, you bring the right leg up and over the left leg towards the back. And if it's comfortable, lifting the right hand off the mat and hanging it up and around your lower back. Extension of left shoulder. Breath deep. Find your extension that feels right for you. Next exhalation, slowly and gently bringing right hand in front of your chest and releasing onto your belly. Just lie for a moment, observing after effects, giving the shoulders. And the last extension for the shoulders, we are bringing hands in front of our shoulders and pushing ourselves up. And from here, we are bringing the arms in front. So one arm is first, the second arm stacked in front of each other on the mat. From here, we are bringing them up and under. So the right arm from here is closer to the body, the left arm more away. So we are walking the fingers away in the opposite direction. And we are extending again both shoulders on the outside here, just holding for a moment. You can rest on your arms, lying on your belly. Try to have the arms as long and extended as you can, as close to the body as you can. Cross as close to the shoulders as possible. Arms as extended as possible. Yeah. inside, which I'm on the outside. We are slowly sliding our elbows back into its center, so we are supported. And then we are switching the arms over. So the one from the inside now comes to the outside, the one from the outside towards the inside. And again, we are walking our hands away from the body, crossing them over. Chin can rest on your arms and just breathing for a few moments. And slowly and gently sliding elbows back in. And you can roll yourself onto your resting pose. Lying on your back, if you like, cushion underneath it and here over the body, the arms relaxed. I recommend shavasana for at least 5 minutes. So if you can, just lie down. Rest, relax, release your breath, grounding the body into the mat. Practicing speed where there's no more doing. Thank you so much for practicing with me.